So much of life in Saudi Arabia is geared toward modernization and urbanization. Many Saudis choose to live in urban areas or villages. But the nomadic Bedouins provide us with a living snapshot of how life in the desert has existed for centuries, and an insight into the source of many of the essential values cherished by all Saudi Arabians. Bedouin means desert dweller, but the words honest, intelligent, brave, and patient are used most often to describe these persevering people. The Bedouins travel the breadth and width of the Arabian Peninsula with their herds of animals, using the stars to guide them. Their travels are not random, but based on an age-old knowledge of the seasons and the availability of water and grazing land. These pastoral people who choose life in the unforgiving desert must have with them some very efficient basics. The most basic of these is a tent, lightweight, portable shelter from the wind and the rain. In a Bedouin camp, the women not only pitch the tent, they make the tent. They sew together woven goat hair strips. Goat hair is chosen because it is durable, cool when it's 130 degrees during the day, and warm at night when the temperature can dip to the teens. And it's waterproof. Inside, intricately woven colorful rugs provide interior dividers to separate the tent's rooms. While keeping a well-ordered tent is the woman's task, the job of tending the animals, goats, camels, and horses, belongs to the Bedouin men. Camels have always been highly valued in the desert. This amazing animal has been perhaps the single most valuable resource used by tribes in mastering the desert and controlling overland trade routes. Today, as they have always been, these ships of the desert provide milk, meat, and leather. However, they are rarely used for transportation anymore. Nowadays, even the Bedouins rely on trucks to haul water to their herds. Likewise, modern public services are made available to the Bedouin just as they are to all Saudis. By necessity, the Bedouins keep few possessions, but the objects that are necessary to desert existence are beautifully and elaborately decorated. Even a coffee bag becomes a thing of beauty. The Bedouin way of life has spawned many contributions to the Saudi society as a whole. For instance, the traditional demands of desert life, food, shelter, and protection, have shaped the Saudi code of hospitality. Visitors to a Bedouin camp are treated to a generous amount of leisurely hospitality. The visitor is sheltered in a tent and made comfortable on a colorful carpet. Coffee is ceremoniously prepared. The beans are roasted, cooled, and then ground. The rhythmic grinding sound is an open invitation for all to join in the gathering. The coffee is spiced with expensive aromatic cardamom seed in honor of the guest. Incense is offered, again, as an honor. Historically, the Bedouins have practiced a rather democratic form of order. The leader is always available to hear the petition of any member of the tribe in the majlis or open meeting, a tradition upon which the modern Saudi government is built. In addition, the Bedouin people have always been great storytellers. Bedouin stories have been told in the same manner, in the same setting, and with the same geniality as those told by their ancestors 100 generations ago. Sometimes the poetry of the story is set to music. The Arda, a traditional Bedouin dance which can last for hours, culminates in the passing of ceremonial swords from the older to the younger generation. The dance is so loved by all the Saudis that even kings and princes have been known to join in. So if at first glance, Bedouin life in the desert seems harsh and severe, an in-depth portrait reveals a richness born of that simplicity.